Hey everybody, welcome back to my movie reviews. Today we are reviewing Creed 3. Oh, let me fix this. Oh, wrong way. There. Oh, it doesn't want to stay. Camera, why don't you want to stay? There we go. I can move over. There we go. Now I'm centered. We got it. We eventually got it, guys. Never a dull moment here. But today we are reviewing Creed 3, and this is Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut. Now, you guys, if you guys have seen the last two Creed movies, which I want to talk a little bit about Creed 2, because upon seeing other reviews of Creed 3, I feel like people are putting some disrespect on Creed 2's name, and I am not here for it. But we find Creed, Adonis Creed, played by Michael B. Jordan, at the end of his career. He retires from boxing, but as he's leaving the gym one day, he runs into his old friend Damien, played by Jonathan Majors. Now, Damien is a childhood friend, and if you guys have seen the trailers, you've seen that Damien got arrested for a crime that Adonis was a part of, but Adonis got away, and Adonis feels a little bit of guilt about that, and he says, you know, if there's anything I can do to, like, help get your life back in order, let me know. He starts putting him on a path to, like, you know, fight again, but Damien isn't the person he says he is, and turns out that Adonis has to come out of retirement and fight him. Now, none of those are spoilers, because we've all seen the trailer. We obviously know that Adonis is going to have to fight Damien. Michael B. Jordan is going to have to fight Jonathan Majors, and that's what we're here to see. Now, I want to start with Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut because I've seen a lot of actors star and direct in movies. Sometimes they're great, and sometimes they fall a little flat, and I think this is in the former. I think this is a great, entertaining movie. Now, like I said, the first Creed is a classic. But honestly, I guess I'm in the minority in thinking that Creed 2 may not, I don't want to say it's a better movie, but it's just as good for me because, like, who's the villain in the first Creed movie? I bet you can't name it. And that's not like a challenge or anything like that, and that's not like a dig at the movie. But the Rocky franchise, and I put Creed in those movies as well, is known for their villains, is known for their opponents. Apollo Creed, Ivan Drago, Clubber Lang, even Tommy Machine Gun Morrison, I think his name is in Rocky 5. Mason the Line Dixon, one of the best boxing names ever in Rocky Balboa. And then you have Victor Drago in this one, and people are going to remember Damien, at least they're going to remember Jonathan Majors. I don't remember who the first boxer was, who the first, like, opponent was in the first Creed movie at all. And granted, it might not be about that. It's more about the journey that Adonis himself is going on. But I feel like you still need an opponent. And I felt like in Creed 2, you got that, and you got the Drago backstory, how they were shunned by the entire Russian government. I loved it. But this is a Creed 3 review. This is a Creed 3 review. But everyone has been saying that Michael B. Jordan is so inspired by anime. He loves anime, and you can see that on screen, and he said that in interviews. And while I know that Michael B. Jordan loves Dragon Ball and he loves anime, I was wondering, like, so what does that mean? I keep hearing that in so many interviews and reviews. What does that mean? And boy, did I find out. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I will say while you know, the Meek Mill training montage from the first one, and then the second one at the end of the fight when you get that Rocky theme, like, those are the highlights. I will say the final fight is definitely the highlight of this movie. It is so great, and you do see those anime inspirations and themes in there, and I thought it was so well done in a way that there's something I want to say, but I'll probably leave it out. But I truly loved it. I thought it was so fun and exciting, and, you know, it's hard to make a 12-round boxing match keep entertaining, because, you know, in a real boxing match, people aren't getting haymakers to the face 24/7 like they are in Rocky and Creed movies. So you got to do something to switch it up, and I feel like Michael B. Jordan does a great job of switching it up and keep us entertained in a way that we haven't seen a boxing movie do before. So I give full hats off to that. But the star of this movie is Jonathan Majors. He has burst onto the scene. I've said it before in The Last Black Man in San Francisco. He was the standout. And I even made a TikTok about, like, complimenting the costume designer on that movie because he is so incredibly huge on this. And I will give the same shout out to this costume designer because he stays like in a big hoodie, like when he's training and like a jean jacket or something. When he takes his shirt off in that first boxing match, there was an audible reaction in my theater to this man, and it was well deserved. He is so huge and ripped and toned, and he displays this just animalistic ferocity in the ring, and it comes across so well. Like he like pulls up his trunks with his boxing glove, like he keeps doing this every time. Another anime reference is they always do this to block in anime, and it blocks everything, and they do that a lot in the movie, and I thought that was great. But his intense energy in conversation is where he really shines. It reminds me a lot of Oscar Isaac in Ex Machina, which was like his kind of breakout acting role. I know he was like in Force Awakens the next year, but just it makes you uncomfortable. Like he's just like, he never breaks eye contact. He's like, yep, nope, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I gotta do what I need to do. And just like, it's just this intensity that does not let up for a second, and it makes you feel uncomfortable. And you understand why Adonis isn't uncomfortable, because he is who he is and he knows Damien, and he's also a professional boxer. But I mean, like, it's just, if I was just having a conversation with him and he's just making this unbroken eye contact with me and just being like, I just, woo, it makes you shift in your seat a little bit, because he's just got that energy to him. And there is a little bit of the movie where he's not in it, because it is about Adonis and it's about his journey, you know, post-retirement, what he's going to do, the decisions he's made, the guilt he feels. And while I know that's where the story needs to go, they needed to keep Jonathan Majors in the story, because he is the driving force. He is that spark of this new movie. But I do want to give, you know, Michael B. Jordan, I don't think it's ever given like a bad performance, and neither has Tessa Thompson. Tessa Thompson has definitely become the new Talia Shire, in that she is blow for blow, pound for pound, and equal in these movies, and I loved her story as well. I could have used more of Tessa Thompson, but I mean, that's literally any project is more Tessa Thompson is always a good thing. But I do love their story. I love their story with the daughter, and their relationship with her, and just everything about this movie really works. Where when Creed was first announced, I was like, oh, another Rocky-ish movie? Okay. And then it was so great. And then Creed 2 got announced, and I just feel like we go through this same thing of like, is there really more room for more Rocky and more Creed? And the answer is yes. Now, I will say the absence of Rocky is felt. The absence of the Rocky theme is felt. And I know that it's all producer stuff and, you know, rights and all these things, but I do feel like Sylvester Stallone is missed. There are times when, you know, Adonis is real down, and stuff like that, where like a Rocky cameo would have done well. The same way like Judd Hirsch in The Fabelmans, like just lit a fire. And while I understand that the Creed series feels the need to like strike out on its own, and I feel like it stands up well, it does a great job, Rocky is missed. Sylvester Stallone's presence is missed. And I will say, and like I said, I know the Rocky theme is missed as well. There were moments where I needed that Rocky theme, and I thought the soundtrack was probably the weakest of the three of this trilogy, and the score was probably the weakest as well. It's not a huge dig on the film, but it is a criticism. It is felt in the movie, where you have Meek Mill in the first one and the Rocky theme, and then you have it's on my workout playlist. I can't think of who it is, but you have the perfect fusion of hip hop into the Rocky theme. Like, I'm telling you, in Creed 2, when you hear the hip hop song and then it fades into the Rocky theme, I almost got it up and started shadowboxing in the theater. It was so inspiring. And there wasn't that stand up and cheer moment for me in this movie. Now, it was a great final fight. I had a wonderful time watching this movie, and I definitely recommend going to see it in theaters, because you gotta see these bots on the big screen. I'll just be honest, you gotta see these fights on the big screen. In the same vein where you see The Raid or John Wick or Mission Impossible, you gotta see these boxing fights on the big screen. And I'm so excited for the future of Jonathan Majors. I'm excited for the future of directing for Michael B. Jordan as well. Yeah, he's a movie star. He's an absolute certified movie star, absolutely. But I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table. Is he going to be the new Sylvester Stallone and just direct every Creed movie? I think I'd be okay with it, honestly. I really would. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to all my patrons who are seeing this a few days early. I really appreciate y'all. I'm still doing my best picture Oscar run, so be on the lookout for that, guys. Thank y'all so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.